My granddad loved to read. He was a historian, a world history teacher for West Orange Stark High School in Orange, Texas. He used to quote Edmund Burke a lot. Y'all can Google him later. Philosopher, statesman from way back. You know how it is when you know that song, you love it. You got that favorite song, you can sing every note of the chorus, but the verses, they lose you. You get them all mixed up. So I wrote one of my favorite quotes of my granddad down. The chorus I know well, quote it without looking at a piece of paper, but it's the context of the rest of it that I don't have committed to memory. So I wrote it. It's on this piece of paper. I'm about to read it because I want to get it right in the man's words from the 1700s. Y'all can laugh all you want in this new society that we face, and we got a lot of problems we need to fix. We do. And they need fixing fast. But we're killing babies, y'all. Left and right. And that's not a clear-cut issue. I get it. But it's clear-cut enough to know that millions a year doesn't need to die. So you can keep your politics. You can keep your left and right. You can keep your Black Lives Matter and your All Lives Matter and your White Lives Matter and your Ku Klux Klan, whatever you got. We ain't going nowhere fast if we can't even get the first step right. Probably lose a lot of y'all, and that's okay. Try to keep it positive, but sometimes things need to be said. And that's the core of it. You don't even have to be a person of faith to understand common sense and logic. And we're not there, y'all. We're just not. But I'm going to close it with this, and we might do a roll call if anybody's left. Had to go in and write it down because I wanted to know exactly what he said. The last line is burned in my memory. I can hear Pawpaw saying it now. But this is the truth. Men are qualified for civil liberty in exact proportion to their disposition to put moral chains upon their own appetites, in proportion as they are more disposed to listen to the counsel of the wise and the good, in preference to the flattery of knaves. Society cannot exist unless a controlling power upon will and appetite be placed somewhere. The less of it there is within an individual, the more of it must be without. I can hear this through the sands of time playing loudly in my head as my granddad would get animated on this one. It is ordained in the eternal constitution of things that men of intemperate minds cannot be free. Their passions forge their fetters. It's about personal responsibility, y'all. That's what it is. And we can all do better. We can. We can speak up when it's time to speak up. But more importantly, we can sit down when it's time to sit down. That's it. Don't have any rosy things to add to that, I guess. Other than the turkeys are good, and the goats, and Sissy is getting spoiled. We had to talk about that today. But we had to remember our roles, don't we? Maybe I've stepped out of mine tonight. If I have, I'm sorry, but it's in a spirit of love and faith. Jump off here, I've said too much. But, gardens